It's October 25th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today we have a doomed ship, a battle that defied destiny, and a legendary painter. Let's begin. On October 25th, 1927, the SS Principessa Mafalda, once called the pride of the Italian fleet, was sailing smoothly towards Buenos Aires. On board were hundreds of passengers, dining, laughing, and basking in the glamour of ocean travel. But deep in the engine room, something was wrong. The propeller shaft snapped, the hull was torn open, salt water rushed in with a hiss, like an escaping breath, and the watertight doors jammed. Power flickered and died, the ship stuttered, and in an instant, panic replaced music. Passengers swarmed the decks, lifeboats were jammed or missing. Some even fell apart as they touched the water. In the chaos, the captain tried to calm the crowd, but his voice was swallowed by the storm of screams and collapsing metal. One survivor later recalled the sea glowing red, with fire and oil, and the silhouette of people still clinging to debris as sharks circled in the dark. By the time the ocean stilled, more than 300 souls were gone. The Principessa Mafalda had slipped beneath the waves, earning the name the Italian Titanic. To this day, the wreck has never been found. Some say she still drifts in the depths, her luxury cabin silent. For a ship built on luxury, it's eerie how fast elegance turns to panic once the lights go out, and the ocean doesn't care how fine the silverware was. On October 25th, 1415, the fields of northern France were soaked in rain, and soon in blood. In the Battle of Agincourt, a clash born from the endless 100 Years' War, the English army, exhausted, starving, and outnumbered, barely 12,000 men, faced the French forces said to be 5 times their size. Knights gleaming in heavy armor lined the horizon, confident that they would crush the invaders by sheer weight of numbers. But the ground was treacherous, thick with mud. Thick mud clung to horses and pulled feet of armored men, swallowing the fallen whole. Then came the eerie whistle of the English longbow, a rain of death from the sky unseen. Within hours, the valley became a mire of corpses. The French nobility sank into the mud and were trampled, suffocated, or cut out as they lay. The English, few but disciplined, moved like phantoms through the fog, finishing what the rain and earth had begun. By dusk, the cries had faded. Tens of thousands lay silent. The English losses? Almost none. Even the most glorious empires can drown in their own pride. The English was left with glory, and France with ghosts. But I suppose every battlefield eventually becomes a graveyard, no matter who wins. On October 25th, 1881, a child took his first breath in the quiet city of Malaga, Spain. His name was Pablo Ruiz Picasso. At first, it was an ordinary birth, but legend tells it, the infant didn't cry. For a moment, he was still lifeless, until the attending doctor, who happened to be his uncle, blew cigarette smoke across the baby's face, and suddenly he gasped awake, his first breath drawn through a haze of smoke. From the strange beginnings came a mind that would forever distort how the world saw reality. Picasso would grow to paint faces that looked broken, rearranged, eyes where mouths should be, and bodies twist into impossible shapes. His canvases seemed alive and haunted. Some say he could see beyond what others could, glimpses of emotion and form that bordered on supernatural. To him, beauty wasn't perfect. It was fractured and disturbed. He even once said, "Every act of creation is first an act of destruction." From the smoke that gave him life, Picasso spent years breaking apart the world, piece by piece, line by line, and rebuilding it in his own image. Even after his death, his art watches us, eyes that never blink and faces that never fade. Picasso was a brilliant yet mad genius. His art revolutionized modern painting, but they say his brilliance was only matched by his cruelty and misogyny. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.